the Expendables 4, Clayton, had put Ellen Burstyn in it, then forget it. It probably would have opened at 90,
that
100
was
million.
huge.
One of the great. If she was there with but you wouldn't go, Clayton, if Ellen Burstyn was there. How about her and Jane Fonda maybe with guns, like as the bad guys, like in these movies? Maybe a crossover, like the book club.
So like
I love you as a guest, but I'd be up out of my chair right now.
Right.
You know, you'd see like a dust cloud that looks like me, and I'd be at the theater.
That would be a good movie. The book club girls versus the Expendables. Like
yes.
At this point, it's a fair fight because as jacked as those guys were and are, age evens out everybody.
And you have the ultimate historical irony of maybe Stallone's playing Rambo, a Vietnam veteran, and Jane Fonda realizes her mistakes of the past and takes a gun away from a Vietnam veteran and goes to war. Like everything is full circle here.
Wow. So they're playing meta versions of themselves.
I'm in for that. Yeah.
Hanoi Jane herself. Repents.
Right. Or Stallone just blows her away for it. Something like that. These things could work.
Yeah. The Expendables movies did need to go more in that direction because everyone, more tongue in cheek. I mean, listen, we all said that when we came out that second one. It's like you get Webster in here, you get, the brawny paper towel guy in there. Like they needed to start going in that direction. Instead, just Megan Fox and 50 Cent. That's not enough. They had to go full nutso, get the book club crossover.
Right.
Now, Kirk, I know you talk a lot on your show with movies about the swing factor, right? A swing factor
all the time? Yeah.
Megan Fox, was there a swing factor here?
I feel like she's swung out. I feel like maybe her. Nothing against her; she's a lovely woman, but I feel like her peak in terms of people paying attention to her is. I feel like maybe that I'm trying to think who they. It was too late, but if they could have cast that woman who went on that rant on the airplane.
Yes, that's a great one.
That might have been better. But she's, I think Megan Fox's time is that kind of person that's come and gone. And I think you guys said this. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if her and Statham had been like some movie that went on demand like a year ago. Like, there's no appetite for those. I don't care. I feel like a when I'm watching it, it's like a 12th knockoff of Mr. and Mrs. Smith almost. I'm like, why am I? What do I care about these people?
It was weird in the trailer how much they pushed that as the selling point, that it was going to be Statham and Megan Fox as a couple, because the Expendables were always, here's a team of 80s steroided out freakazoid action stars. Yeah.
What are we doing? Yeah.
What are we doing? And I'm going to throw out a name of who could have been. And again, I think you would have had to move fast on the casting. But I think if they had Lauren Boebert in there in the Megan Fox role.
There you go.
And that video broke this week.
Right.
That's like another $8 or $10 million in the opening weekend box office.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And she's a relevant current. And listen, we don't do politics, We are not political show. I'm talking just in terms of babes of the moment. That is someone who I think would have added the swing factor.
She worked for me. I like that. Yeah, that would have worked. Maybe, her and Statham like going to see a play at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
They start fooling around, and all of a sudden the bad guys come in and take over. Then you're off to the races.
Yes. That's huge. Yeah. That's huge.
Now,
that would have made that video make so much more sense too if it was like secret promotion for a movie she starred in.
Yeah, and again, she's not a member of SAG. Like she could promote away.
Oh, yeah, she could absolutely talk about it everywhere.
Yeah.
I do have a soft pitch for the fifth one. If they're going to do it, what they would need to do is tackle what is the biggest issue facing all of America is, of course, we saw it with Sound of Freedom. And again, I don't want to get political, but if they did the child trafficking thing, if they went after the child traffickers, I mean, do you think Expendables 5 could have some Bobo if they just went full on Statham, Megan Fox, Stallone?
Caviezel.
Add Caviezel.
Yeah, put Caviezel. You can put Caviezel as Jesus if you want. Like you can do anything you want with Caviezel. Yeah, that could work.
Right. The original Expendable.
I mean, Jesus is old. Yeah, that could work.
I think the issue with that pitch is Caviezel is too big for the Expendables, which is a sad statement for all these 80s stars.
True.
But he's not coming in to just be an expendable. All those guys would have to be minor players in in a Sound of Freedom sequel.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And that is I think that is a statement about how could we say the action movie is dead? Sound of Freedom is an action movie that just did 170 million domestic over the summer. It's
true.
The action movie's not dead. It's just the action stars have moved away from Stallone and Schwarzenegger and obviously Bruce Willis.